Okay, now what we're going to do now, we're going to work out all of your coin problem homework. I may go kind of fast, so you may need to pause it and rewind if I go too quick for you. So when the piggy bank was opened, it contained $4.75 in nickels and pennies. There were 175 coins in all. How many were nickels and how many were pennies? I'm going to write down what I know. Okay, I know that I have nickels and that I have pennies. The value of a nickel is 5 cents. The value of a penny is 0.01. Now they give me the total number, so I'm going to say that I have 10 nickels. If I have 175 coins in all, if I take out the nickels, I'm left with the pennies. The total value is the value of a coin times the number of the coin, so I have 0.05n. And I distribute over here, so I have 1.75 minus 0.01n when I distribute it to the negative n. And all of that together is going to give me $4.75. I now have my equation. 0.05n plus $1.75 minus 0.01n is equal to $4.75. Going to combine my like terms. Signs are different. I'm going to subtract the small number from the large number, keep the sign of the large. So I have 0.04n plus $1.75 is equal to $4.75. Going to subtract $1.75 from both sides. Okay, so now while I'm subtracting $1.75 from both sides, that cancels out. We have 0.04n is equal to 475 minus $1.75 is equal to $3. Divide both sides by 0.04. And now I have n is equal to 75. Now if n is equal to 75, my number of pennies is 175 minus n. So my pennies, 175 minus n, which is 75. So I know that I have 100 pennies and 75 nickels. Now the next one, number 3, Johnny has a bag of 22 nickels and dimes. So I know I have nickels and dimes. Value of a nickel, still 0.05. Value of a dime is still 0.10. They give me the total number of coins that I have. So I'm going to say I have n nickels and 22 minus n dimes. My total value, I'm just going to multiply again, 0.05n plus 2.20 minus 0.10n, and all of that's equal to $1.35. Now I have my equation, 0.05n plus 2.20 minus 0.10n is equal to $1.35. I'm going to combine my like terms. 0.05n minus 0.10n is going to give me negative 0.05n plus 2.20 is all equal to $1.35. Now I'm going to subtract 2.20 from both sides. So I have negative 0.05n is equal to negative 0.85. 0.05, divide that by both sides, or divide both sides by 0.05, I should say. So I get n is equal, so 0.85, negative 0.85 divided by 0.05 gives me 17 nickels. I know that my dimes are 22 minus 17. 22 minus 17 gives me 5, so I know I have 17 nickels and 5 dimes. Number 4, we have 40 dimes and quarters in a drawer. So I have dimes and quarters. 0.10, 0.25 for the value. Now this time, let's see, I'm going to say that I have Q quarters. So if I have Q quarters, I'm going to have 40 minus Q. My total coins take out my quarters. That's how many dimes I have. So when I distribute, I have 4 minus 0.10Q plus 0.25Q is equal to $4.75. Solve my equation. Have 4.10Q plus 0.25Q is equal to 475. Combine my like terms. Negative 0.10Q plus 0.25Q. So now I have 4 plus 0.15Q is equal to $4.75. Subtract 4 from both sides. 0.15Q is equal to 0.75 divided by 0.15 divided by 0.15. So Q is equal to 5. Now my dimes are 40 minus Q. 40 minus 5 gives me 35, so I know that I have 35 dimes and 5 quarters. Number 5. Once again, I must have really liked nickels. So we have nickels and dimes, values 0.05, 0.10. Okay, they tell me I have 60 coins in all. I'm going to say that I have N nickels. So if I have N nickels, I have 60 minus N dimes. Value, you're going to multiply again. Distribute. So now we have 60 minus 0.10N is equal to $5. Now we're going to solve. 0.05N plus 6 minus 0.10N is equal to 5. Combine my like terms. 0.05N minus 0.10N. Smaller from the larger, keep the sign of the larger because I have opposite signs. Negative 0.05N plus 6 is equal to 5. I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. Remember to keep those decimal places lined up. Negative 0.05N is equal to negative 1. Divide both sides by negative 0.05. And N is equal to 20. So if N is equal to 20, dimes are 60 minus N. 60 minus 20 gives me 40. So I'm done. Now number 6, the nickels and dimes all fell on the floor. There were 12 more nickels than dimes. The total value of the coins was $5.10. How many nickels and how many dimes? So nickels and dimes, value. It's probably getting old for you guys now. So the number, this time the number is going to be a little bit different because it says there were 12 more nickels than there were dimes. So that means whatever number of dimes I have that number plus 12. 12 more, 12 plus the number of dimes is how many nickels I have. Once again, I'm going to distribute just like I've been doing. So I have 0.05D plus 0.60. I get 0.10D. Now I have my equation. 0.05D plus 0.60 plus 0.10D is equal to $5.10. Combine my like terms. Signs are the same. I'm going to add and keep the sign. So 0.15D plus 0.60 is equal to $5.10. Going to subtract 0.60 from both sides. So 0.15D is equal to $4.50. Divide both sides by 0.15. So now I have D is equal to 30. And my nickels, so I've got 30 dimes. Nickels is D plus 12. 30 plus 12 is 42. So number 7. Joy has $4.45 in quarters and dimes. Oh good, we don't have nickels this time. So I have quarters and dimes. Value is 25 cents and 0.10 cents. Oh, be careful, she has 8 more quarters than she does dimes. So once again, she has D dimes. The number of quarters she has is D plus 8. So again, we're going to distribute. So we have 0.25D plus 2. 0.10 times D is 0.10D. All that's equal to $4.45. So now I have 0.25D plus 2 plus 0.10D is equal to $4.45. Going to combine my like terms. So I have 0.35D. Signs were the same, so I added and kept the sign. Plus 2 is equal to $4.45. Subtract 2 from both sides. 0.35D is equal to $2.45. Divide both sides by 0.35. So D is equal to 7 when we divide. The quarters is whatever the dimes were, which was 7. 7 plus 8. So my quarters, 7 plus 8 is 15. Number 8. Jimmy had $5.25 in nickels and quarters. If he had 15 more nickels and quarters, how many coins of each type did he have? So he has $5.25 in nickels and quarters. Once again, we put in our value. He had 15 more nickels than he had quarters. So he has Q quarters, and the number of nickels he has is the number of quarters plus 15. Once again, we distribute. So we have 0.05 Q plus 0.75. Multiply this one, we get 0.25 Q. So we have 0.05 Q plus 0.75 plus 0.25 Q is all equal to 525. We're going to combine our like terms. And when we do that, 0.25 plus 5, we get 0.30Q plus 0.75 is equal to 525. Subtract 0.75 from both sides. $0.30Q is equal to $4.50. Divide both sides by 0.30. So Q is equal to 15. The nickels is quarters plus 15. Oh, so the nickels are 30. And we are done.